All right. What is up? What is up? Happy Monday, everybody. Hopefully you guys stay in the green and make a little bit of money this week. What's going on? Griffin here, coming back with another live stream. Of course, for those of you that are new to the channel wondering, yes, we go live every single morning for live stock market trading. Bell's about to ring right about now. So we will see what happens here. I'm not really, if those of you that are wondering, no, I'm not really doing too much this morning. Personally, I'm kind of just sitting, watching, seeing what's going to happen with everything this morning. SYMC is one that I have a call on, if I remember right, which looks like it's currently up pretty big, actually. Wow. I'm up supposedly 83% right now on that. Let me go ahead and hop over here and see what's going on with it. How's it going, Josh? Always. Wow, looks like this thing's having a pretty good morning so far. Go ahead and go back here. Still got that cup and handle forming. Love it, love it. So, of course, G is showing that it's up $100. We all know that that is fake news. But yeah, right now SYMC is the only one that I'm really watching because I might go ahead and close that position. Right now we're up. It shows $55 for 69% profit. The only reason I'm considering closing is obviously it's up pretty big this morning and it's up about 9% overall. Obviously I could hold it because you can obviously see definitely has plenty of room to continue to gap up. It can gap up a whole nother $5. Does that mean it's exactly going to happen? No, absolutely not. I like how it's setting up though, because as you can see, it's been trading sideways. So I'll probably set an alert either way, no matter if I sell this, because I could sell puts or sell calls at that point. So I'll go ahead and create that alert either way. Walmart's up a little bit this morning. TTD is coming back down, it looks like, off its high. Apparently it hit $76. But yeah, right now we're up supposedly 87%, so I'm going to go ahead and close this one. Let's see, it says that it's currently at 146 on the contract. So we've got one contract. I'll say at 146. Actually, you know what? I'm going to wait a second because this thing's running. How's everybody doing though this morning? I know I'm kind of acting a little quickly here. I'm just thinking about selling this option. It's up 92%. Like I said, I'm not having a Walmart repeat. That's why I'm going to go ahead and sell this one probably this morning. I'm just wanting to see exactly how high it's going to run. Obviously, it's pretty overbought right now. Looks like a pretty strong resistance there around the 2160, 2165 area. MCHP up big this morning. Obviously, SYMC. Eyes coming back down. TTD still up and now positive. HTZ just had a pullback. Let's take a look at that actually. Still in that range that we like it. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and sell this. One at 157. Boom. Boom. See if it gets filled. Boom. There we go. There we go. What was that for profit? So SYMC, let's take a look at my history really quickly. So for SYMC, if I can find it, where is my, okay. So I purchased it for $78, sold it for $157. So that is literally pretty close to doubling your money. Actually, I think it's over 100%. 78 times 2 is 156. So yeah, it's about 101% profit. Not too bad, not too bad. Obviously, we still had some pretty big loss, but from last week to make up. But definitely can't complain too much about that. And the implied volatility on that is really high, so I might consider selling puts on that one. As you all know, I've been learning a lot about selling options versus buying, and I think long term I'm definitely going to be more of a seller of options versus a buyer of options. But wow, good thing I sold it because it pulled back. But yeah, so we just doubled our money on SYMC. So finally, we had a good one when it comes to buying calls. But yeah, apparently the implied volatility is at like 81% right now. So let me take a look here. Selling puts. Obviously, I see it coming up. If I sell the 2050 put, it's $48 with a 73% chance of profit. And a nice little pullback here. Yeah, it just came down in price big time. What did I say that price was? Either way, now it's $49. So if I sell that put, $49, it's implied volatility of 80. Now the implied volatility is 95. Oh shit, not enough collateral. I forgot about that. Yeah, that's what sucks about that. Damn. That thing pulled back hard right there. Overall, the markets are green, of course. Missed out on XOP. I wanted to do a little bit with that. Yeah, what sucks though about selling options, which I actually totally forgot about, is you have to have a lot more collateral, which is why a lot of people like to use the margin account, because obviously you get double the buying power essentially. when I tried to obviously sell a put, even at just $19, you had to have about $1,600 of collateral, which means like money that you could lose. Not that you're really going to lose that at all with a 90% profit potential, but yeah, so that kind of sucks. Let's take a look here. I'm just taking a look at. Like I said, with the options on Robinhood, you have to do it from your phone. That's why I'm looking down right now, just in case if you all are wondering. How is Shaq doing this morning? Shake Shack. Good Lord. That's exactly what I was getting ready to look at. You know me too well. HTZ is down pretty much 1.5% this morning. So like if you wanted to sell a $16 put on HTZ with 91% potential of profit, you'd have to have okay, so it's telling me I would have to deposit another almost $1,400 into my account to have enough collateral, essentially, for potential loss. Your potential loss, when it comes to selling options, your potential profit is, like, from a dollar amount, it's smaller versus the potential loss. But from the percentage standpoint, you have a much, much, much higher potential for profit than you do whenever you're buying options. That's why. That's where, like, it can get confusing to a lot of people, because you see potential for profit at like $20, but potential loss of $1,400, for example. In this case, a lot of people get thrown off like, well, that's a much bigger potential loss. But from the percentages, like from your actual quote-unquote potential for profit, your potential for profit is much higher generally whenever you're selling options versus buying. That's why a lot of traders prefer to sell versus buying, so you can just get your words and everything mixed up. But yeah, so I think long term, now it's starting to make sense why people keep pushing the whole margin account, just because not necessarily you're going to use that margin. I mean, you can obviously if you want. I mean, I personally won't. I'll use it there as like insurance essentially, but just so you can go through with those options. So that makes a lot more sense now. Like I said, everything starts making a lot more sense whenever everything starts to make a lot more sense whenever you just start learning. So I was going to buy a call whenever this thing was down. This is super volatile. What's the IV right now on Hertz? It's not even that high. It's around 59, 60 right now. But a $18 call is $33, $35. I was going to say, watch for this to maybe act as a little resistance now, since we did go back below it. I might purchase one $18 call here whenever it pulls back again. Obviously, it's probably not going to pull back too much. Just know there's going to be a resistance right around 1775 because that was a support once we broke above it. Now that we are back below it, it's going to act as a little resistance now. Ooh, almost messed up. And what sucks about doing it on Robinhood is they go in $5 increments on most of their options. So like either I'd have to purchase it at $30 or $35. So either I would need this to come down back down to around this area where I could get it for 30, or I have to purchase it for 35 and start out like a couple dollars in the hole. That's another thing that sucks about Robinhood options specifically. I know we got a lot of you that are thinking about possibly experimenting with Robinhood options, and I'm just like telling you guys straight up like the flaws and everything. Which there are a few. Wow, look at TTD. I bet I'm getting hurt bad on those puts. Wow, Walmart, of course it's running up today. Couldn't have done that, yes. Couldn't have done that Friday. Hertz implied volatility just went up to 65. How's everybody doing though? I haven't checked on the stream. We got 2 of you tuning in. Hopefully you guys are having a good morning. But I notice is the price action always kind of sucks with Hertz. Usually after mid-morning. I mean, you can see it just slowly kind of, I mean, Friday was actually a decent day, in all honesty, for Hertz. But, what was it? You can see the price action just kind of sucked a little on Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday we started kind of going back up. So why is that encouraging? Because on the 180-day trend, you can see after earnings, it tends to have a few days, usually about a week, where it sells off, and then right after that you have usually about a week or two run where it just goes positive every single day. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and purchase one call here. I think, let me just make sure it has not gone down in price. I don't believe it has not. So we're gonna start out $2 in the hole thanks to how Robinhood options works, but looking for imply, apparently it didn't even get filled either. It just shot up apparently. Okay, so it did get executed. Cool. So looks like on that call we are, yeah, starting out $2 in the hole. Again, that's what sucks about the Robinhood options. But where's G at this morning? It's still showing that I'm up on that position. Yeah, see, that's it. There's just so many glitches. Like you can see, it says that I'm up 100% still on G calls whenever it's actually down. And if I go to try to sell this, it's not going to sell. It's going to finally correct itself and pull out of the glitch. It's just annoying, like I said. Just annoying more than anything else. But let's see here. But yeah, what I was saying with Hertz is usually after we pull out of the sell-off, it tends to have a multi-day, multi-week, sometimes multi-week run back up. And obviously the potential to come back up is at least $20 to $22. So if we can break $18, we'll be looking good. Drinking some coffee, I feel you. I guzzled my cup down right before I hopped on here while we were in Discord earlier. Yeah, we definitely need Hertz to break that $18 barrier. If it can break 18, we'll be looking really good. But I mean, we're still up. You gotta think, just from our lows on Friday, we're up about $1, and we're up over $1 pre-market. So we'll see what happens. So, what does that mean? What does the whole collateral thing, needing that buying power, mean for like my account going forward? It means going forward, I probably will go ahead and do the Robinhood Gold. Obviously, it's like really cheap per month. I think it's as cheap as like $5 to $7 a month, which obviously is not bad at all whenever you're looking at your potential profit and everything. But like I said, I'll keep you guys updated on that. Obviously, I need to get, I believe it's a $2,000 minimum account balance for the Robinhood Gold because of that $2,000 margin they start you out with or whatever. They pretty much match your account essentially. They double your buying power, so to speak, with margin. So I'll get my account up to $2 grand. Obviously, I've had my account split with Tastyworks and Robinhood. So what that means is I'll probably, once my options all either expire, I sell them, whatever, you know what I'm saying. Once all that money is ready to be withdrawn, I'll withdraw it, put it back in Robinhood. I'll still use Tastyworks just because obviously I love the platform, and especially they're more geared towards options. Me and Josh were actually talking about this. Robinhood options, whenever you're trying to sell calls, sell puts, sell options essentially, the Greeks are not updated for, they don't change for selling versus buying. It's directly for buying calls, buying puts. So your theta is negative, even though we all know theta is positive whenever you're selling options. So I'll use Tastyworks still for like my quote-unquote analysis, like looking at the Greeks and everything, and then I'll use Robinhood to execute the trades, at least for the time being. If it looks like it's going to be a hassle, like they're not filling my orders, or it's costing me $5, $10 here or there, and it starts adding up and really cutting into my profits, then obviously then I'll just switch it all over to Tastyworks altogether, because the commissions won't really matter at that point. Like I said, I'll definitely let you guys know. This is probably weeks out because I still got to get my car sold. Once I get my car sold, I'll pretty much have my account up to $2 grand at that point. Because right now my account balance on Robinhood is still around 600. Tastyworks, I did pull out a little bit to put it in Robinhood too. So that's down about 50. But I had about 300 or something in there when we started. So that's already close to $1,000 right there. I'm still going to invest another 300 to 400 of my actual money from work this month. So right there, we're up over 1,000. You get what I'm saying? Obviously, I have moving expenses too that I have to cover, but yeah, I think we'll definitely be over 2,000 soon. Which then, obviously, and then the other good thing with Robinhood options, well, Robinhood Gold, is you get the after hours trading too. So it'll be interesting. Like I said, I'll definitely let you guys know, but XOP is up 1.25%. How's oil looking actually? I was wondering about that. Up 27 cents. Wow. Next resistance probably around $72. Let's see how much the options are. So if you wanted to buy a call at, it's actually not that bad. Obviously this is a May 18th option, but you're looking at right now, obviously I would not buy it right now, it's not on sale. It's up, like I said, about 1.5% now on the day. And these calls are actually up 66% on the day, which means people that bought them like Friday essentially are up 66% on their money right now. But obviously I would wait for it to come down. But a $42 call, obviously we're talking about XOP here. A $42 call is at $47 right now. Obviously, like I said, would not even consider purchasing right now. But, and the 42.50 call is only running you $28, which is up 62% as well so far this morning. I'm really getting into these like S&P ETFs, like XOP, XLE, SPY, of course. And then obviously QQQ is what, the NASDAQ ETF, if I remember right. And then DIA is obviously Dow Jones Industrial Average. XLE is like energy. XOP is oil. I forgot. XOP is oil. XLE is energy sector. Surely this isn't like a pullback. Yeah, I'm definitely interested though in how much better it's going to be to sell options versus buying. The potential for profit is so much better, for sure, whenever you're selling. Obviously, you still need to do your technical analysis. Don't base your trades just off of where it says potential profit 84%, potential profit 94%. Like, yeah, that's a high potential for sure, but there's still that potential for loss, and obviously the potential for loss is huge, like how much money you could lose. So you definitely still want to do like your technical analysis. You don't want to just look at a stock and be like, oh, well, it's going up, I'm going to go ahead and sell puts on it. Like, no, don't do that. That would be the dumbest thing you can do. You need to look at your implied volatility. You want it to be higher, because with selling options, your implied volatility, you make money, quote unquote, make money off of it as implied volatility comes down. So you obviously don't want to sell puts or sell calls, whichever you're wanting to do for a specific stock, if the implied volatility is at, like, say 20, because obviously you're going to lose a little bit of money as the implied volatility goes up to begin with. And then obviously you want to look at theta. You just want to look at everything, essentially. Don't just throw darts at a board in the dark. How we doing? How we doing? We still got two of you tuning in on this Monday morning. I was thinking this thing's going to pull back. Just keep on staircasing, but I don't know. Just hover around that 4180 to 4185. But yeah, at least that's good. We did make like $75 back from selling the, what was it, SYMC. We sold those calls whenever it jumped up this morning for over 100% profit. So that was good to start making some money back from the losses, of course. Where's HTZ at? I seen that. Okay, so it's starting to go back up. I saw them back to break even on the calls I just purchased, which means I'm still up about $10 on those $19 calls that I bought last week. XOP. like I said, I'm not really going to be doing too much other than stuff that's like, I'm not looking at, if I am going, like as I am, because obviously I'm still going to be making trades while I continue to get close to that $2,000 mark. But one way that I am adjusting, there we go, starting to pull back a little bit. Waiting on her to pull back a little bit more. Obviously you can see like what I'm doing is, what I had been doing was purchasing like calls and puts that were quote unquote cheaper. They're like more out of the money. Like say instead of buying a $42 call, I would have bought like a $43 call, something that's obviously a lot cheaper, like teens, $20 ish. But your potential for profit, I've realized, is a lot lower than whenever you're paying a little bit more up front. Obviously, like this one right now is running $44. Obviously, I'm not buying it right now. Just have it, like I'm just watching it closely. I want to see how much this pulls back. Because obviously it is staircasing on up. Oil still hanging out around 71. Pretty much your potential for profit's a lot higher the closer you buy in the money whenever it comes to actually buying these calls or puts. Obviously, you want to still get the right direction, or else you're going to lose money still. That's the thing, too. When you're buying calls versus selling, you have pretty much a highest potential profit from a statistical standpoint, 33% of having profit on your calls or puts when you're buying options versus 66% potential for profit whenever you're selling options. So it's just interesting. I'm just trying to see here if this is showing any signs of peaking, because obviously if it's going to peak, then I would do puts instead. But wow, Walmart's up almost $1. TTD is super volatile. I actually called that one out, if I remember right, on our Discord group. I did purchase a put. You can imagine how that one's doing. But yeah, I don't know. 44 might be the cheapest that I can get this one. It keeps bouncing between $44 and $45 on the buy price. When it hits $4.79, $4.80, it's 44. As soon as it hits over $4.80, it's at 45. So, and obviously it looks like it's still staircasing on upward. And this is for a $42 call. Let me look at the Greeks too. Your theta would be not too bad actually, minus 0.067. Implied volatility is only at 31. Just under 31 actually. There we go. Should drop a little here. So now it's down to $43. $42. This one big fucking pullback, that's for sure. Good thing I didn't pull the trigger and purchase that. It's down to $41 now. Watching the MACD and RSI, of course, too. $40. So it's just dropped $5 here in the last like 2 minutes on the call. Hertz, HTZ, well, Hertz is the company, I guess, is up to $17.81 again. $39 on this call. So you can see our MACD is starting to kind of show sellers are definitely selling. Look at the volume, how it's kind of dried up here lately too. You can see whenever the volume dries out a little, this one definitely pulls back. So, and the thing is, this oil actually oil futures hasn't moved that much compared to how this has. I mean, it's dropped about, what, 4 cents? As in the amount of time this has dropped about 20. So, because we were looking at it when it was just over 71, like 71.02 or something like that. Now it's 70.98, so. Back up to 40. Hertz trying to make new highs. See if it can, again, if it can bust through 18, we're gonna be looking nice. But yeah, the thing, I don't think I'm gonna do this right now on XOP. I think what I'll do is I'll set an alert when it comes below, say like 41.55, and then again once it gets back above, say, probably 74, probably not even that, 75. Why? Because I'm just looking at the recent pattern. We see it has these push ups near 42. You can see we got near 42 again today, like 41.80 something if I remember right. And then we have a pretty big pullback, and then, I mean, it does go back up on the trend. I just want to obviously get it for a good price. That's what I was mentioning earlier. It was up like 1.25%. There was no way I was going to purchase it there. It was at $45. It's already down to $38, $37, $38. And I look for it to keep dropping, in all honesty. This thing might break even before it's all said and done. But we'll see. I might set my alert a little bit too high for my low. But we'll see what happens. Oh, the market's pulling back a little. I see Walmart's only up 78 cents now. Where's my DIA? Up 0.91. I mean, they're not pulling back too much, but Hertz looks like it got rejected at the high. But yeah, I'm definitely still gonna be watching XOP. I just want to see where my calls are at really quickly. So this Hertz call is still at break even. The other Hertz call is still up 60%. TTD is at break even. Just went red. G is down 22 cents. Yeah, other than that, we're just kind of sitting right now. The only thing we did was sell our SYMC call this morning for just over 100% profit. That was awesome, of course, to make up a little bit of the losses from last week. Other than that, we're kind of just sitting right now. And we bought a HTZ call at 18. Again, we needed to break at least 1785, 1790 to even think about going up to 18. But also looking at XOP right now again. See it runs up in the mornings, pulls back before trying to run up again some more. And you can see coming back down. $42 call is all the way down to $37, so it's down almost $10 since we looked at it. 38. Implied volatility is still just around 31%, which I like. See, and that's kind of funny how it's still dropping. Oil's going back up, so it's down to $36 for these calls now. Markets have pulled back overall a little bit this morning, haven't they? Apple's going on back up though. HTZ break even. Damn. Just shot up from 36 to 39 on XOP. Again, I'm not buying it yet. I want to see some sort of confirmation. It could definitely just continue to staircase down. MACD is starting to come on back. It's up to $40 now. HTZ just went negative. Goes right back down. Man, this one's interesting. I'm watching /CL, obviously. Kind of just going back and forth. Review in here. Hope you all are having a good morning. Is there anything that you guys are watching specifically for potential moves, penny stocks, or swing trades, or anything like that? Like I said, the only moves that we've made so far today is one $18 call on HTZ for our May 18th call. We sold SYMC for just over 100% profit. We just doubled our money on that. We bought it at $75, just one call, $75 for the price, and then we sold it for $156. So again, just over doubling the money. Or did I say 75 or was it like 76? It was like $75, $76. We just a little over doubled our money, which is obviously good for making up some losses from last week that were self-inflicted. Apparently Dow's still up 100 points. I'm wondering if there is a support right around 4160, just because obviously we're kind of consolidating right now, but you can see too, I don't know, maybe I'm just trying to find a support. You can kind of see it here, pretty close. Obviously strong resistance at 42. Interesting. Yeah, not too much going on really. Everything's kind of just We had some quick pushes up and some quick falls, but nothing really too much going on right now. TTD is looks like it might be trying to fall. Apparently had a low of 74.50. Obviously needed to come down a lot more, but XOP is still dropping. It's down to $35, so it's down $10 just since we started looking at it here on the call, $42 call. Oil definitely has a strong resistance at $71, $72. But we said the same thing about, 65, 68, 70. Now we're at 71, so. See, we got below 41.60 briefly. We're back at 41.62. Hopefully my TV is not loud. I didn't think about that. Yeah, we seen these 3 candles here a minute ago. It's up $4 from that $35 low that we seen. But again, we seen this a minute ago, came back down. And there we go, lighting up red again. But look at that, oil's still creeping back up some. It's interesting. Obviously, there's still little volume since we seen the run up to almost 42. I mean, we had volume of, on the minute chart, 285,000, 69, 90, 136. Right now, we've been seeing 20,000, 19, 20,000. I'm wondering if we're kind of. HTZ can't get its head out of its ass again this morning. Damn, drip. Gus is up $1 too. Let's look at the IV again. Implied volatility dropped to 30%. See, again, buying options versus selling. This is actually not even super bad when you think about, again, the statistics of buying options versus selling. The chance for profit on a $42 call is pretty much 29.5%. It's just something like, that's crazy compared to when you sell a put at say 41 or 40, your potential for profit over doubles. So it's, again, it's just interesting. What? That girl's nuts. A woman on CNBC says, I don't see Apple having another dip. What? Man, there's some people when it comes to Apple, they're just... Man. Look at this volume. Man. gosh, I just wish something would happen already. What would today be, like the 7th day in a row that the markets are green? At least from Dow Jones standpoint, if I remember right. How's it going, Sean? Yeah, me too. I over doubled my money really quickly on that one this morning. I bought it for like $75, $76, sold it for $156 on a call. So that was nice. Good way to start the week, of course. Always like doubling the money. Can't beat that. But yeah, that's pretty much all we did for selling today. We did buy one HTZ call at $18. Looking at XOP, obviously it looks like it's coming back down. Of course, want to get the calls on sale. Still looking for oil to push towards $72, which would make this push up to 42 plus. Only thing is that 42 is a pretty strong resistance. We can see on the 10-day. We've just kind of been consolidating right around 40 to 42. We had the dip down here to 41. But 42 is definitely a pretty strong resistance. I think if we look at the 5-day, you can see it a little better. Just hit over 42, back down, came up near 42 multiple times. Just again consolidating. Came down. I wish I had seen this on Friday. I would have went ahead and jumped in and probably had some profit this morning. But seeing it push up really quickly, so I wanted to just be here to watch it come back down. So again, I could get that $42 call on sale. Right now it is $36. It's been as low as 35. Right now it's at 36. Pretty much once it goes under 41.60, it goes to 35. But again, I want to see how low it comes down, because I think this can come down. This could possibly like break even on the day, which would obviously be really good for the buy cost. So yeah, right now it's at $35. But yeah, I mean, I'm not really making too many moves. I'm just making enough moves that are like, seem like almost quote unquote easy money, so to speak. Last week, got a little stupid with a few of my decisions, and going forward, I plan on selling options versus buying. So I'm gonna get my account up to that $2,000 price. That way I can go with a margin, like with Robinhood Gold or something. Like I said, I'll definitely keep you guys in the know, so you guys know what's going on with that. I'll be able to do that possibly within the next couple of weeks, so that would be fun stuff. Yeah, I mean, you definitely don't want to get too crazy. Like, you don't want to go all in on one position. You don't want to get too many positions, because like me, I'm like embarrassed to even show my Tastyworks account, because I'm not gonna say it's blown up, but I lost a lot of money if I were to sell right now, I would have lost a lot of money, because again, just got too many positions open. It's not like I did it all in one day, but I mean, you think about it, you take 2 or 3 positions this day, then you take another 2 here, 1 here, 4 here. I mean, with the contracts, obviously they don't expire for weeks or days at the minimum, days on weeks, whatever. And before you know it, you have 10, 20 positions open, and you're just like scattered, like, oh shit, and you start missing out on profits here, and the next thing you know, the profits go down to negative, and you get in a bad spiral for sure. Especially when it comes to buying options, you definitely have to be on top of you have to be on your A game for sure, because it can change quick. And we were talking about how whenever it comes to buying versus selling, you definitely have a bigger potential for profit when you sell options versus buying, which is why going forward in the long term, I definitely plan on being more of a seller. But again, you have to have the upfront collateral, like insurance essentially, for if the stock, say, goes to 0 or whatever, like you could lose lots of money essentially. So like we were looking at HTZ, if I remember right. We were looking at selling, or not selling, selling a put on HTZ at $16, and it said you needed like $1,800 essentially worth of buying power. So that's where obviously the margin account would obviously come in handy, or obviously if you have like $5,000-$10,000, then you probably don't have to worry about it too much. But like me, I'm gonna get my account to that $2,000 limit for Robinhood Gold. That way they'll then double the buying power with the margin. I'll have $4,000 worth of buying power. Not saying I'm going to rely on the margin. The margin again is there for more of insurance. That way you can sell options, have the buying power available where you don't have to worry about it, where you can actually make the trades. And with selling options, we discussed how just from a statistical standpoint, not including all the other variables, but from a statistical standpoint, when you sell options, you have a 66% chance of profit statistically versus just 33% potential when you're buying options. And then obviously when everything else gets involved, when you put IV and theta and everything else, your potential for profit actually like goes through the roof. Like depending on how far out of the money you go, you can have like 94% potential profit when you sell versus the max that I've had when it comes to buying options was like 31%. So if it's temporary untradable, that means that it sounds like the stock has been halted, which can be really bad or can actually be really good. So hopefully that gets straightened down. Hopefully it doesn't hurt you or anything. Okay, so oil looks like it keeps going up each time that it dips. So I'm gonna wait for another dip, and then I'm probably gonna buy. Because even if I get it at $36, $35, it keeps hopping right back up to 40. So I mean, at the minimum, you're looking at $5, $6 of profit. If I were to day trade it, of course. Got it. Walmart's going back up. Hertz still needs to get its head out of its ass. Yeah, I want to see oil pull back here a little. Watch XOP pull back a little bit more. And then I'm probably going to take just one call around right now. It's at 37. Only thing I don't like is that our RSI has not once touched oversold. We got close whenever we came down here around 41, what was it, 57, something like that. But we did not touch oversold at all. I mean, it's not the end of the world. I like to see things get oversold before I... Oh, goodness. Dow Jones is getting close to that ever so important 25,000 mark. Where's the S&P at, by the way? S&P, I'm really anxious to see a break. Was it 6,800, if I remember right? Or am I totally wrong on that number? Yeah, 6,800. I really want to see S&P break that. If it breaks 6,800, I'll be straight up. I think that we're back in the bull market. I'll just say that. Keep it simple. But again, we'll see what happens. But I definitely think the bull market's back on after 6,800. So it's back down to 36, 35. Man. VSTM. Damn. Ooh. Yeah, it's turning up big time lately. Minus 41. I never like stuff that loses money personally. Good stuff though. It's up 6% on the day. Did it come off the highs or something? Yeah, a little bit. But it's still turning up lately, so that's good. Oh, I can't get a good read on this motherfucker. See, keep on getting up to 4170. Reject. I think so, but it needs to obviously make a new high. But if it can break 2185, yeah, I think so. I mean, it's a stretch either way. I mean, it's already up 220 on the day. If you haven't covered profits already, I would definitely. Where's that now? Like 2170s. I mean, I would already, like I said, I covered the profit first thing this morning. But I mean, it could get up to 22. Just to me, it's that 20 cents or whatever just isn't worth the risk for me. It's not gonna make the position go up so much where it makes it worth it. At least to me. See if it gets rejected here. Piece of shit. See, it just came back down. Keeps getting rejected right around the 2180 is the only thing that I worry about. Like I said, if it can break 2185 plus, then yeah. But wow, is TVIX gonna break $5? When it pulls back, I want to see where it pulls back to. How much do you want to bet? Let me try something here. Okay. Okay, it's going back up. Damn, hurts. Gush is up $1.20. Shoot. Slow and steady morning. So SYMC, okay. Apparently it did hit 2185. Did go ahead and get an XOP. We'll see what happens with it. But yeah. Oh goodness. Slow morning for a Monday too. Yeah, I think SYMC. I think it is going to go on up to 22. But if you're still watching, Sean, depending on your profit already, I just don't. If it dips back below, say 2160, I would just cover my profit. Like if it starts to kind of show like a staircase downward, like say it starts to show something that XOP showed here for a little, I would just get out and cover the profits at that point. So we put a $42 call on XOP, just because ever since it hit a low, recent low obviously, around 41.57, you can see it's kind of started to just slowly but surely climb its way back out. Seems to be using 41.70 now as a support, where it was using 41.60 and then around 66. So got it for a little more than I wanted. Got it for 39 or 40, but wanted to wait for that confirmation at least. That looks like it's gonna go back up. We got 3 of you tuning in. Hopefully you all are having a good morning. And if you're wondering, if you're like new to the channel, if you're wondering if we do this like every day, yeah, we go live every single morning for live stock market trading. So if you're into just networking with a bunch of like-minded people, definitely consider hitting the subscribe button below. We'd love to have you here. And we have a Discord chat as well. It's like the first or second link, something like that, in the description box. Everything with me is always totally free. I don't charge for like anything whatsoever. Can't stress that enough. I hate like when YouTubers like charge for a whole bunch of shit, because a lot of them give everyone else a bad reputation. But it is what it is. People will do what people want to do. But see, the reason I'm not worried about the slight little couple cent pullbacks is you see that overall oil is still pushing on up. So that's what I'm liking the most. That's why I went ahead. And then obviously ever since we hit a low, we're kind of trending back up. Even though it's slowly, we're still overall trending back up. This probably will be a day trade in all honesty, I'm thinking. If not, I'll just be shocked if this is not a day trade in all honesty. Which is fine, because I've only done one day trade this last week, and it's gonna go off of my sliding 5 days, whatever, tomorrow actually. So that'll be again just one day trade after tomorrow. So not too worried about that. Ooh. I like that we're at least holding right around 41.70. Like I said, we held right around 41. As soon as I say it, it drops below. But we held right around 41.60 as a support, and then we held right around. I mean, you can see 41.60. Hit, bounce, hit, bounce, hit, bounce. So now again, like I said, I want to see us hold that 41.65, 41.70 pretty heavily. Pretty card, however you want to say it. I just want to see us hold above that for sure. But yeah, really quickly, I just ran out of water, so I'm going to grab a water really quickly. Going to use the bathroom as well. Old dog is knocked out, so I don't think he needs to go outside. But, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'll be right back in a minute. If you guys have any ticker symbols or questions in general, definitely just shoot them out there in the chat. And I'll definitely get to those as soon as I get back. I'll be back in like roughly a minute, guys. XOP still pulling back a little bit, it looks like. How's it going, NYC Urbanisa? Good morning, good morning. We made some good profit on them SYMC calls this morning. That was definitely... What the hell happened with Shaq? That's gotta be a glitch. Yeah, man, fucking Robinhood keep on getting my damn hopes up. It says I'm up $166 on Shaq. Let's try to sell it for that and see what happens. See, look at that. Goddamn Robinhood. Let's try selling it and see what happens. Yeah, let's see if that actually sells. This option has a 215 bid-ask spread. You may want to enter a lower limit. Yeah, because the spread is from 0 to 215. Like, what? I bet you that doesn't happen. Yeah, that's funny. Anyways. But yeah, we made a quick $76 on SYMC calls that we placed Friday afternoon. I think we played earnings, if I remember right, on that one. And that one still has a lot of room to potentially keep on pulling up. But, I mean, I was up over 100%. I'm not going to have what happened with Walmart last week happen again. So, you can see why I definitely covered there. But, and then we placed just a $42 call on XOP. We placed an $18 call on HTZ. You can see now, even though I do plan on selling options going forward once I get my account up to $2,000, that way I can use the margin account with Robinhood. For the time being, like, I still obviously have to trade, obviously, until then. I'm doing my calls and puts a lot closer, like closer to in the money than I had been, because your potential for profit does go up drastically. Before, I was looking at the cheaper price, and I even mentioned that last week, but your potential for profit definitely goes up the closer to the money that you purchase your calls or puts. But definitely selling options is definitely what I do plan on doing going forward in the near future. So just because the potential for profit is drastically different. Obviously, you still have to do your research, your due diligence, your technical analysis, everything like that. Do your research, obviously, but long term, it looks a lot better. Your profit, and we talked about this too, your profit is slightly less whenever you sell calls, sell puts, than whenever you buy. But, I mean, when you can have potential profit of 70 to 95% versus profit potential of 10 to 30%, 33%, to me, I'd rather take my consistent profit over and over and over. Obviously, you're still going to have some red. You're not right 100% of the time, but you know what I'm saying. I mean, like I said, I'll definitely go into this a lot more once I actually start doing the stuff, but for now, just know that I will be selling options going forward in the near future. But yeah, that was definitely nice to have some profit come in from those SYMC, and that what it was? SYMC calls. It's definitely nice to cash in some good profit like that again. And if you're wondering like where I've been learning so much lately about options, it's from again, I mentioned this book yesterday whenever we were doing the Sunday stock watch. For those of you that are readers, I mean, I definitely think you should be a reader. If you're not, I mean, if you're not a reader, then you're probably not a winner in all honesty. But or at least audiobooks at the minimum. I didn't check to see if there's an audiobook of this. I'm sure there is, but it's just Understanding Options by Michael Sincere. And it's McGraw-Hill Education published. So, I mean, it is an overall pretty good, reputable book. And it's not boring either. That's the thing with me when it comes to books. Is like, for me to want to read a book, it has to be at least somewhat interesting. Obviously, making money interests me big time. But I've learned a lot just in a short period of time. That, along with the Tasty Trade YouTube channel as well. They have a lot of very good, short, informative videos about options that you should definitely like look into if you haven't already. But yeah, overall, I mean, it's a pretty slow morning. I don't know how many of you we got tuning in. Still just 2 of you. Um, yeah, it's just a slow morning. I mean, for a Monday too. I mean, it's just. I mean, the markets are up pretty big. S&P is up about 0.4% right now. I don't know, whatever. Dow Jones is up over 0.5%, up 134. Again, we need to break 25,000 on that. Nasdaq is up also about 0.6%, up 44. So I mean, everything's up pretty good. But as for me, it's just kind of a slow morning. Other than that good SYMC profit of over 100%. But you see oil pulled back a little. Makes sense why XOP did itself. Man, got like a sore on my cheek and it's a pain in the ass. TVIX right at $5. Just had a rush of volume here. CBS is actually up 5% this morning too. Let's see. Still making newer highs on SYMC. Dropbox is still dropping itself. HTZ needs to get its shit together soon. Oh, shoot. But yeah, I might just end up going to the Discord group just because today is such a slow morning. I mean, there's not really a lot going on. I don't even think I'm really going to take any more positions. Like I said, I'm not even going to take that many at all this week. I might do like a couple like day trades or something. Obviously, you can only do 3 in the sliding 5-day period. But yeah, I mean, not too much really going on right now that's worth mentioning and just sitting. So I mean, I might just go over to the Discord group chat. Might go over there in a little bit and hop in that voice chat with you all that are over there. I think last I checked, we only have like 2 of you in here right now. 1 of you. So yeah, I mean, it's just a slow morning. I mean, surprisingly slow, like for a Monday. I know Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday tend to be like our biggest viewing days as well as like our best days for the market. So we'll see, but so it didn't hold that 41.65. That's the only thing that kind of pissed me off. Because obviously now in that position I'm down a couple dollars, but we'll see. If it breaks that critical support, then I'll probably just dump it, but if not, then ride it out. It better hold that fucking support. Full HTZ. Oh, shoot. Yeah, hopefully you guys are having a good morning. Hopefully staying green. Like I said, we had that one good green trade with SYMC. A little over 100% return on that call. We placed like a $22 call or something like that on it. And it was like $75, $76. And we sold it for $157. So that was some good quick little profit right to start the morning. But other than that, all we did was buy just one XOP call at $42. Bought a HTZ call at $17.80, which hasn't really done anything yet today. But other than that, it's just been a slow morning, really. Like I said, once I hop off here, I'll probably hop into our Discord voice chat. For those of you that are in that, like I said, if you're not, it's totally free. I don't charge for absolutely anything on this channel or anything in relevance to me whatsoever. If you want to, definitely, it's in the description box, like one of the first couple links in the description box. We'd love to have you there. We got like 20 members, something like that in there right now. So if you're into networking with a bunch of like-minded people, head over there and definitely consider hitting that subscribe button below and hitting that bell icon, because we do go live every single morning. Generally at least through the lunch hour, but when mornings like this are just this slow, or there are stocks that are up a lot, but the ones that I'm in aren't really doing too much, and nothing really going on from my point of view, at least. And like I said, if you have any questions or ticker symbols, just shoot them out there too. How many of you we still got in here? One still. Yeah, it's definitely a slow morning. And I mean, it's not a big deal. I have some packing to do. My girlfriend is pretty much like, I hope to God you pack some today, because I kind of didn't help. I didn't help at all last night. Oops. I got so caught up in my book, I forgot that we were supposed to start packing last night. But try to help her out a little bit today. NUAN is kind of a manipulated piece of shit too. Yeah, I mean, if I'd done the May 18th calls on Walmart, those would have still been green, obviously, but those were like 2-day expirations I did, which was the dumb risk to begin with. And then also, like I said, I didn't cover that profit, which was insane. Whenever we had this push up on, what was it, Thursday, I didn't cover the profit, which was just asinine of me. I can't believe I did that. But, oh well, you live and learn. Like I said, I'm anxious to start actually selling options versus buying personally. But if you guys have any questions, if you don't have any more questions or tickers or anything, then I guess, like I said, I'll hop on over to the Discord voice chat. Always fun to interact with you all on there. But yeah, with that being said, I guess I'll go ahead and wrap this stream up, because like I said, I probably ought to get to packing a little anyways, and I have my alerts set already, obviously. I probably ought to set one just as protection here on XOP, just in case if we dip below our ultimate support. That way I can get out with just a minor loss. Right now we're pretty much at break even on that position. So, we'll see what happens there. But, yeah, like I said, if anyone tunes in and you're wondering, like, once I end the stream, I'll be able to be reached at that Discord chat, as well as social media, of course, but I'll be in the voice chat there on Discord. So hopefully you guys stay green. Hopefully you keep on making some money. We made a quick, like I said, about $75 to $80 this morning. Other than that, all of our other positions we're just holding. We put a call, $18 call on HTZ, which is looking like ass right now. We put a call, $42 call on XOP, which are pretty much at break even right now, like minus $2. We'll see what happens there. It's just been kind of consolidating between 41.60 and 41.74. It's 41.75-ish the last, probably hour. So, other than that, we're probably not taking any other positions today. Like I said, I'm kind of just trying to file out all of my positions that I'm in, because I got in way too many. I mentioned that time and time again. Do not get in too many positions, no matter if you're flipping stocks, options trading. Just stick with a couple, let them play out, see what happens. That way, if you make a mistake, you can learn from that mistake, versus making the same mistake with, say, 3 to 4 different other positions, and then you're like, oh my god, I just lost like $100, $200, what the hell just happened? Like, don't make it where it freaks yourself out, because then you're not going to want to do this, and that's obviously not what we want to happen. But yeah, like I said, going forward, I'm looking to, like I said, I might do a couple of day trades. Obviously, you can't do too many, but yeah, I'm just looking to essentially get through it all, get the $2,000 I need to get the margin account, and then we'll start selling options majority of the time, selling options. And like I said, I'll keep on bringing you all on that journey, and hopefully we can continue to learn together. But yeah, so I don't know how many we still got. We got 3 of you in here now. Like I said, I'm getting ready to end the stream, because like I said, for those of you that are new, I'm actually moving to Texas, and I have a lot of packing to do. My girlfriend's starting to get a little pissed at me for not helping out with that. So, and it's a pretty slow morning. How are you guys doing though? I see we got 3 of you tuning in now all of a sudden. Hopefully you guys are doing good. Like I said, really quickly, I guess if you have any questions or ticker symbols or anything you want me to look at, you can shout them out there. But, if not, then I guess I'll go ahead and start wrapping it up. We had a good double in our money. SYMC, we put calls on that, $22 calls for $75, $75.76, and we sold it for $157, if I recall. Let me get pulled back up here. Sold it for, yeah, $157. So just over 100% return on that this morning, really quickly. All we did was also put an $18 call on HTZ. We put $42 call on XOP, which hopefully looks like it's getting ready to start coming on back up. We're pretty much dead at break even now. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, if you're wondering, we go live pretty much every single morning for stock market trading, usually at least through the lunch hour. But like I said, today's kind of a slow day. I know we don't have too many of you in here right now. But if you're like into just networking with a bunch of like-minded people, definitely consider hitting the subscribe button below. We'd love to have you here. And we have an awesome Discord chat. If you're wondering, I don't charge for absolutely anything. I don't sell any courses, any of that bullshit at all. We're just here to build a network of like-minded people. So if you're into just achieving financial freedom and trying to make money in the stock market, as well as like flipping stuff on Amazon, eBay, all that good stuff, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button below. I would greatly appreciate that. And that Discord chat is awesome just because like we get to go in there and there's a voice chat in there, so I get to like communicate one-on-one with you all. So it's pretty cool. So it's pretty fun stuff for sure. I don't even know you left, Josh. Well, that old HTZ though. Yeah, it's doing HTZ things at the end of the day. Keeps on. Overall though, has pulled back a little bit too much for my liking, but overall since the low, we're still up, not quite $1, but we're still up what about 60-70 cents off the lows. So I definitely want to see a bounce here though. We're down about 2.25%. I was thinking about purchasing one more call at this point, but I'm probably not going to. In all honesty, I'll just stick with what I got. Like I said, I'm not looking to take very many positions at all. I'm trying to clean out most of mine, if anything. They all expire anyways at the end of the week, so starting next week and going forward, hopefully we can start selling options, get my car sold. If I can get my car sold, sounds like my cousin's wife's brother. It's hard to like think about that. Cousin's wife's brother, he applied for a loan today. Man, it's still dropping. He applied for a loan today, so hopefully he'll buy my car for around $1,500 is what I told him. If I can sell that for $1,500, then bam, we're definitely at the $2,000 that we need. So we'll see what happens. I cannot wait. I definitely think selling the options is definitely the better way to go than good stuff. This is the better way to go. We're positive on XOP now. Not much, $2, but what's the return on that? 2.5%. But yeah, selling options. I've preached that the last couple days. Selling options is definitely the best route. From a potential profit standpoint, especially for smaller accounts that are like under the PDT limit, for example, accounts that are under $5,000, $10,000, people that want to have the consistent profit. Selling options is definitely the way to go versus buying, because with buying options, you start out with about a 33 roughly max percent potential profit. You have a bigger potential from a dollar standpoint of profit. You can double, triple, obviously the profit potential is almost unlimited, but you could also lose that entire investment like that, where with selling options, yes, you can still lose the money, but as long as you do your technical analysis and everything, you can make money on it trading sideways. You can make money on it going in your way, and with the implied volatility going down instead of up. It's the inverse of buying options. When buying options, you want implied volatility to go up. Whenever you're selling them, you want the implied volatility going down. So, like I said, we'll talk about that a lot more, especially once I start doing it myself. That way you all can actually see how the numbers work out, the closed positions that were profit and loss versus profit loss buying options. I'll show you the good, the bad, and the ugly, like I said. God damn. What a volatile piece of shit. So we went from up 2.5% to down 2.5%. Pretty much, I mean, still pretty much break even from an options trading standpoint, but still, I mean, we're still kind of trending up, so not too worried. If we can break 4180 plus, that'll be awesome for sure. Like I said, this is probably going to be a day trade. I'll definitely let you guys know in Discord, and then obviously tomorrow morning on the stream as well. But so I don't know if what's his name, Sean, is still watching, but SYMC, I'm telling you, I hopefully he just covered the profit. It's just not worth it to me. I mean, like I said, it could gap up a couple more dollars, but not today, for one. And for two, it's just not worth the potential loss. Like, always cover the profits. I learned that the hard way. Always, always, always cover the profits. That's why I covered. I mean, you can't complain about doubling your money. I mean, what job or what anything really are you going to double your money consistently? But, yeah, like I said, I'm probably going to go ahead and start wrapping this up. And like I said, I'll definitely be hopping in the Discord chat even while I pack, or obviously I'll continue to trade too and be near my computer at all times, of course. But, probably going to go ahead and start wrapping the stream up. So like I said, if you're new to the channel and just wanting to network with a bunch of like-minded people, definitely consider hitting the subscribe button below. We'd love to have you here. And the Discord chat, like everything with me, totally free. It's one of the first links in the description box. And like I said, if you like this book, definitely let me know how you guys like this book. Link for that is also in the description somewhere. I found the cheapest one through Amazon. It's like, last I checked, like $14. It depends on where you live with taxes and whatnot, but for me it's like $14. I love this book. It's like one of my favorite books so far. It's funny, I'm using a $2 bill as my bookmark. But yeah, hopefully we will see you guys in the Discord group chat. Like I said, there's only about 20 of us in there, so it's really easy to get like one-on-one interaction with me. The most we usually have in the voice chat is usually about 3 people, so it's really easy to like get one-on-one like contact with me through voice chat on there. So it's pretty fun. It's fun stuff to get to talk to you guys, like actually talk, not just through the keyboard or whatever. But yeah, hopefully you guys continue to stay green. Like I said, we made $75-80 roughly in the first market hour. Other than that, we took only a couple positions, nothing crazy. We're just waiting more for the next couple weeks. We're trying to clear out some, what I like to call, I told Josh, I called them my trash options positions, my first positions that I really had no idea what the fuck I was doing. I thought I did, but I didn't. So, we're up 5% now on XOP. But, yeah, keep on staying green, guys. Keep on going out there and making that profit, covering those profits. Don't be a gambler. Cover those profits and achieving some financial freedom this year. And I'll see you guys over in Discord, or I'll see you guys tomorrow morning on the stream. Take it easy, guys.